Hello everybody, welcome to the Tuesday show. My name is James Chen, aka J Chenzor, and today we're going to be talking a little about an event that happened this past weekend. If you missed me talking about Red Bull Kumite, you can find that video on YouTube. But for now, we're going to be talking about the SNK World Championships, as well as all of the information drop about Fatal Fury City of the Wolves. I actually said it right. I've been calling it Children of the Wolves all the time. Curse you, X-Men, Children of the Atom. But every time I see COTW, COT, whatever, I always think children immediately. But obviously I wasn't able to be at the SWC this weekend, which is at the same venue as Capcom Cup, the Avalon in Hollywood. But from what I had heard a lot from Olaf, it was a very amazing event. A lot of great stuff, and because the SNK community is such a tight-knit community, it definitely felt very family there as well, which is one of the coolest aspects about having, you know, a little bit smaller scenes, etc., etc. But again, going into it, obviously, everyone was picking Xiao Hai. Everyone was picking Xiao Hai to win. But he didn't win. Xiao Hai didn't win. I'm actually going to try to see if I can find out who took him down. But the winner was, is it Laggia or is it Laggia? Laggia from Japan ended up winning it. Let's see, let's pull this up here, Grand Finals. And we go to, and I knew in the last chance qualifier, I knew there was going to be a duel-on somewhere causing some trouble over here. But Xiao Hai lost to M-3-0. He lost the M-3-0 in winners finals, and then Laggia actually beat him in the grand finals reset. In losers finals. He beat Xiao Hai 3-0 down there as well. And this is after, Xiao Hai and Laggia did not get a chance to play. Okay, so Xiao Hai lost to M-3-0 and then lost to Laggia 3-0 in losers side. That's absolutely crazy. But I mean, that's great though. Shout outs to the KOF scene, man. I mean, it sucks when you're out there and you think that one person is just going to take it all over the place. So really, really cool. I don't know if Advanced Strike played such a big role. That would depend on someone like Olaf, if he's still in the chat, to say that, if he even remembers at this point. Again, trust me, as a commentator, it's amazing how quickly we forget matches that we see. But yeah, Xiao Hai not winning this and Laggia taking it is really, really cool. He says it wasn't a huge determining factor for top 8. So, over the last year, yeah, because patches, you know, Cronin not being, Cronin, Janae getting nerfed, etc. But, yeah, definitely, a lot to be said about that. So the players, the KOF 15 players definitely had to adjust the most going into their world championships than anybody else, which of course is why Capcom doesn't try to release too many patches during the course of the year. However, I still think that they should do 2 patches, which is of course the new season patch and then the post Evo patch, because 1 patch a year for Street Fighter 6 is too few, in my opinion. But that's a whole nother story. Again, yeah, they have had to make a lot of the adjustments. A lot of the characters have been jumping around in tiers a lot. And yeah, Duel-On winning the last chance qualifier in the hands of Paco, defeating Score and doing it with a Duel-On on his team. Now, clearly he's been playing Duel-On. Olaf was saying that he's probably been playing Duel-On even before he got buffed, but that just makes it even scarier, because then if he was playing when he was bad and now that he's decent, you only had like 2 months to really get good at fighting Duel-On. How many Duel-Ons out there are you going to be able to practice against? And so Paco was able to win the last chance qualifier there. Paco, then proceeded not to make the top 8 here. In fact, he did make it to the top 16, however. He made it to the top 16 on winner's side, lost to Laggia, and then lost to Pineapple afterwards. But, I mean, nobody's going to question the fact that probably the MVP of the tournament was Sooa. Of course, just, you know, she's one of the greatest personalities out there for the KOF community. She's absolutely hilarious. If you haven't seen any of her streams, she plays KOF and just sits there and quotes the characters and imitates all the movements. She is the biggest fan of Orochi out there, maybe outside of Olaf and Kitty. But she loves Orochi. I mean, even Olaf and Kitty would probably say Sua's a bigger fan than they are. She refuses to play characters that are not Orochi practically. But she did really well in the tournament here. She won her first match against Toshi, lost to Tamago, then ended up beating Dai and got into the top 16, and then fell to ET afterwards. But again, a lot of people really enjoyed, you know, watching her play. She even cosplayed while she was playing as well. So yeah, probably the MVP at the tournament there, if that's not just Laggia obviously winning. But I mean, yeah, you kind of save that kind of like award. I mean, we're not basketball or sport or anything, but you try to save that award for not the guy who won, because clearly they're the best. Oh, whoa, her controller broke in the first match. Oh, that sucks. Okay. But shout outs to Laggia for taking it, and M- and Laggia for being the two players to defeat Xiao Hai, both of them doing it 3-0. Again, Xiao Hai is the only player that I would ever pick over the field in any fighting game tournament. And maybe finally we're at a point where we can stop doing that. And I think that's really cool. Let's talk about children. Oh, God damn it. Yeah, let's talk about City of the Wolves, shall we? Let's talk about City of the Wolves. Obviously, there's been a lot of information coming out about this game. A lot of information coming about this game. I am not the one to ask about all the crazy stuff that's going on in this game. Obviously, Olaf has been doing that. If you are not following Olaf on Twitter, at Olaf Redland, he's been analyzing all of the videos and analyzing all of the mechanics and stuff like that. And we'll probably be talking about it tomorrow on Synchronize, or potentially next week on Synchronize, depending on how we're all feeling at the time, because it's been a rough weekend for a lot of us here. So definitely keep an eye out for that. Olaf will definitely be analyzing it a lot more, but I do want to actually see the official trailer here. Is this the official trailer? This is the characters trailer. Is the official trailer not on the SNK website? Did they give it to other companies to be able to see? To be able to post up? And this is why leaks are bad, because companies need this. I mean, this is how it works, right? Like, companies get paid to have other people be the official trailers here. Okay, so here's a GameSpot trailer that I can play over here. So we'll play this one over here, officially over here. So this was the first trailer that came out. Let's watch it together and I will react to this. I'm not gonna lower the volume too much. I'm not gonna go super deep dive into this, because obviously we're gonna do that on Synchronize pretty soon. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. This is the original character trailer coming up here.
Gonna take you for a ride. Try to keep up, all right?
And clearly you can already see there is definitely something going on with the graphics here. They are definitely leaning into this filter, trying to make it look far more comic booky. Like with intentional lines in the shading and such. A lot of people have been comparing it to MVC 3. But you see the 5 characters that have been revealed already. But you can see that the effects clearly stronger than they were in KOF 15. And look at that comic book, like the little dots in there. I mean, it's without question already looking much stronger than KOF 15, kind of leaning more towards the Guilty Gear strategy, you know, of going with a style so that the game will never really look old, honestly. We've got Hotaru, one of the returning characters from Mark of the Wolves. Garo, Mark of the Wolves. And there we go. One of her old supers there. Griffin Mask, aka Tizok, aka, I mean, he's very, very similar to King of Dinosaurs. Like, some people kind of refer to the two as like clone characters a little bit. I don't know if there's a lore reason why the two are so similar. And then Preecha, who everyone is assuming is Joe's apprentice. Joe had an apprentice that we saw the sprites of in the leaked Garu 2 stuff. And it seems like they brought her concept back, not the way that she actually looks. Very different look in this game. But Preecha is the new character. And I know there's a lot more footage out there from other people showing more stuff, but they're unable to show their own footage that they're able to play. But I did have a chance to speak directly with Justin about it, who did play it. I spoke to him directly at Red Bull Kumite, and he had nothing but good things to say about it. He was like, oh, it's so fun. It's so good. He says that there are a lot of mechanics in there. So if you guys don't know, they are definitely doing a very Street Fighter 6-esque thing, which they have this rev system where a lot of mechanics are tied to rev. There's even a pseudo burnout in there as well. So it seems like they're trying to take a lot of ideas from 6. But I mean, hey, look, that's the history of SNK and Capcom taking ideas from each other. So you know what? Maybe we're going back in time. Maybe it's working. You know, like, are we gonna complain about that? Maybe not. But here's the trailer, and again, Garo has never had English voice acting, so I know some longtime Garo Mark of the Wolf fans are finding it weird to see these characters speaking English. But let's take a look at the character trailers here. And yes, I'm playing stupid about the Tizok King of the Dinosaurs thing on purpose. I know, Leavana, I'm playing stupid, okay? But here's all the characters. Here's all of their voice actors. Sorry. Made you type all that out for no reason. And again, look, I'm just going to say it right now. I mean, guaranteed first main for me, probably. Redhead with glasses. I mean, I have no idea how this person plays. I don't know anything. I mean, I was happy that they brought back the apprentice character, but redhead with glasses, like, I'm done. Like, I'm done. That's just it, right? I feel like by obligation, I have to play this character. Breaks that we saw right there. And then the cancels. Yeah, there's some cancels there. And again, multiple cancels here. Those shadows being left behind look like that there's some sort of cancel system or something. Like I said, I haven't done a deep dive on it, but that's why we'll do it on Synchronized coming up soon. And here's Terry Bogard. People are saying that carrot cancels are still in the game. Obviously, just defends are still in the game, so they might try to still lean into, you know, the difficulty aspect, which means that a lot of people might really like this if they're tired of the simplified fighting games out there. And then not only that, but this is now a one-on-one. So for all of you, okay, I'll save this for after the video. Griffin mask. I mean, this is my other day one main potential as well, right? Grappler. How do I not try to main a grappler? Like, it's impossible. So I'm definitely going to be playing some T-Zoc as well. I'll admit, though, that Preecha's moves look kind of sick. I mean, I've never been like a Joe person, a Joe Higashi person, but she looks like this. Like, she's definitely a Panchy Ponch character, a Shen Wu style right there. The same video ending over here. Again, I'm not a Bijane person either. But you put a redhead with glasses. I mean, this is almost like Quistis in a fighting game, right? Like, you almost put Quistis in a fighting game from Final Fantasy VIII, right? I mean, like, like, this is like you almost put Quistis in a fighting game. She even is a scientist. Torrance Bell drew her with a lab coat on. And I was just like, God damn it. Like, God damn it. Like, this is James Bait. This character is James Bait. Clearly. Clearly. So, well, Speedwagon, they called him Marco in the King of Fighters 15 story, official stories. So I think we're safe on that. So there you go. That's City of the Wolves coming out early 2025. Dude, like we were even saying on stream last week on Synchronized that we didn't think it would come out that early. At least I said I didn't think it would come out that early, but sure enough, it's coming out early 2025. So there you go. But again, we will be doing a lot of deep dive into this game on Synchronized either tomorrow or next week, or maybe even a makeup day when all of us are at 100%, because not all of us are at 100% right now. So we'll get to it very, very soon. But in the meantime, if you want to see some good breakdowns, check out Olaf's Twitter at Olaf Redland. Been breaking down a lot of system mechanics stuff already, examining like the differences between guard damage and burnout, not burnout, etc., etc. Doing a lot of that. So if you want to get some good information about how the game works. The thing that I wanted to say though is this game is one-on-one. I did a whole video asking why you're not playing KOF 15, and there was a large majority of the people. Okay, the main reasons were always graphics, right? Characters that I'm not interested in. But the number one argument, 3 characters. Too many characters for me to learn. Too many characters for me to learn. Well, buddy, pal, Fatal Fury, City of the Wolves, 1v1, don't have an excuse, and the game clearly looks really, really strong. And again, I've seen some comparison videos. The models feel like that they're being brought back, but we've often talked about, even in KOF 14, when the models were ported over to Street Fighter 5, all of a sudden the models looked amazing. A lot of it comes down to lighting, a lot of it comes down to style, etc., etc. And the fact that this game is leaning heavily into, you know, some people are saying this is what a new Marvel game could have looked like. Like, imagine if MVCI looked like this, right? Like, you know, the game clearly looks great. You're losing a lot of your excuses. So again, for the early reports that we'll talk about on Synchronized, you know, clearly a lot of people are having fun with this game and they're really, really enjoying it. All of the news outlets and stuff like that. So again, you're losing your excuses. Hopefully you will give this a real chance if you can afford it. Obviously, that is always the problem right there. And you know, the crazy part, yeah, I mean, I'm not even going to talk about lore. That's not my era right there. But again, you're losing your excuses. So hopefully you'll give this game a real serious chance, and you guys will try out some Fatal Fury, City of the Wolves, because again, it looks really promising so far. I did not expect them to be this far along, because honestly, the game just came out. I mean, the announcement was like, hey, we're doing this, but we're just in the proof of concept phase right now. And so I was like, okay, games take a while to develop, but they're probably building a lot of it off of the KOF 15 engine. So obviously they're not building this game from scratch. So they've probably already had a head start. So coming out early 2025, really cool to see. Obviously KOF 15 also got hurt by the pandemic. This is something that is known. And yeah, I mean, if Fatal Fury comes out with rollback netcode and crossplay like from the get-go, and dude, again, if you can afford it, you're losing your excuses not to try the game. So hopefully we'll get more information about this game as time goes on. Speculation on what characters are in it, etc., we'll be saving for Synchronize. And again, Olaf and Kitty obviously know a lot more about the franchise than I do, so we'll be able to get a lot more of the lore. We'll get a lot more of the detailed discussion. So for those of you on YouTube, keep an eye out on this channel for the synchronized episode where we go deep diving into it. We'll try not to make that stream 82 hours long, because I know Olaf can probably talk about it for 82 hours. But also for those of you on Twitch, just keep an eye on twitch.tv/jchenzor, my other channel. Again, apologies for making it all weird. But for sure, keep an eye out for that, and we will talk about it live on stream as well. So there you go. That is Fatal Fury, City of the Wolves. For those of you who are on Twitch, don't go anywhere. I have one more thing to talk about. But for those of you on YouTube, like I said, keep an eye out on the synchronized episode. We're going to do some deep dives into City of the Wolves. And like I said, nobody is breaking it down like Olaf is right now. So it's going to be cool to hear what he has to say about all the things that he's discovering about the mechanics. But so far, so good. So far, great start. So far, the word that I've been seeing on the internet is that everybody has been super positive and really excited about this game. So, look, SNK, we've talked about it, about what they kind of did wrong with KOF 15. But right now, they're coming out of the gate swinging. So I'm excited. And I hope that this game really, really finds a strong audience out here. Honestly, so okay, there you go. Thank you for tuning in. For those of you on YouTube, the day that this podcast graced your ears was the most important day of your life. But for me,
it was Tuesday.